Celine. I'm born and raised here in Las Vegas, so I've been here my whole life.
And my name is Ryan, and I was also born and raised here in Las Vegas.
So today I'm on my 2013 Sportster. It's an 883. It's my first bike, so I love her. Her name is Scarlett.
And then I'm on a 2008 Dyna Lowrider anniversary model, and her name is Penny. Well, actually, she was the one that decided to name her Penny. The anniversary model has a copper pearl paint job on it, and so it was her idea to name it Penny. And then recently I actually got a Penny, drilled a hole in it, and it's like a washer on my seat screw now.
Right before we named his bike and we were riding together, I was like, hey, do you have a name for your bike? And he told me he didn't, and I'm like, we gotta do something about that. So I was just like, hey, she's copper, so let's name her Penny. And that's how she became named Penny. I got into riding from my dad. He's a retired traffic cop, but he's been riding since he was like 16. So when I was little, he would put me on the back of his bike and we would go riding. The first ride that we went on was up to Mount Charleston for a charity ride. And I always thought as a child, like, you know what, it'd be really cool one day to be riding together like on our own bikes, side by side. So in 2020, I decided that I was gonna take a class, and I started saving up money, got my license, and I started saving up for a bike. And that's how I got into it, and I love it.
My dad always just kind of talked about like riding motorcycles his whole life, and he always had like little display bikes, and so I would always mess with them as a kid. And then just growing up, got into like BMX riding on the bicycles, and then the moment I was like a little bit over 18, I think I got my first dirt bike and just immediately went into it. But I used to go for rides on the back of my dad's bike as well and just go with him places. The dirt bike was a 2008 KX2 50F. And then like street bike, I got a 2016 brand new from the dealership, like Honda CB500. And then I fell in love with Harleys.
I work at Red Rock Harley Davidson. I sell motor clothes, motor gear, helmets, boots, leathers, anything you need for riding, sell it to you.
I work at AMR on an ambulance as an EMT. The weird thing is I've never been on a single motorcycle accident since I've worked there, which is like super weird, I feel like. Never been on one. We both have a mutual friend that we just kind of known, but we never met each other or even knew about each other. And so one night he kind of told me that he knew a friend that started to ride motorcycles. And then he just invited both of us to come over, and we were gonna go downtown and like go to all the bars around here, and I think even Cornish Pasty too. And we just kind of all went out drinking one night, and he was like, oh, he's like, she's just a friend, man. He's like, you have to just be friends, like nothing more. But then like I was like, okay, that's fine. Then I walked into like his house and I saw her, and I was like, I don't think I'm just gonna be friends.
Well, I knew of Ryan before I met him, and so once I actually got to meet him, I got to put like a name to the face and everything, and I was like, oh, okay, like he seems pretty cool. I like this guy. Like he had a really cool shirt on. It had like a Grim Reaper with like roses or something on the back. I was like, that's a really cool shirt. So I like complimented it on my shirt, and I was like, he's wearing all black, he's wearing Vans. I'm like, this is right up my alley. This is awesome.
She is definitely way more of a take everything in type of rider, I would say. I think when she rides, from my perspective, like she kind of takes a lot more out of it. It's not just like her on the bike trying to go fast or anything like that, or like really like test the power of the bike. She kind of just enjoys the environment of it and just takes everything in. And it's a little different than me. I feel like I'm just kind of like balls to the wall, want to go fast, and like if you're not going there fast, and like it's not as fun. But I've definitely learned to like slow down and everything just to keep her pace and just kind of take a little more in now.
Ryan's riding style is definitely more, just more fun. He likes to rip it. He likes to go fast. He likes to take the corners. He likes to pop wheelies and do burnouts. He likes to do all the fun stuff.
As far as like street bikes and stuff, the only time I've ever like fallen off of a bike or anything like that was trying to do like a donut in the dirt. And I kind of like almost low-sided, and so I hit the brake and then I high-sided over and just kind of rolled off of it. But that's pretty much it.
I haven't crashed. I have dumped my bike twice when I was new. I'm still learning, but haven't crashed.
I'm definitely like the mechanical type person. I love taking things apart, putting them back together. I even had to like push her even to let me work on her bike a while ago. if you want to talk about that.
I genuinely wish I was one of those girls that enjoyed wrenching on my bike, but I just don't. Unfortunately, I wish I did. I don't like it. I don't know what anything is, where anything goes. I would have to learn, but I just don't enjoy it. He loves it. So anytime my bike needs anything, I'll bring it to him and he has a field day with it. Like he did my bars, he did all my cables and wiring and just put all my fairing on, like all that stuff. I would like to learn the basics, like he showed me how to change my oil, so, you know, maintenance stuff I'll do, but nothing crazy. I think my favorite riding memory would have to be, I think I have two actually. So first one is we rode up to Temecula, and from Temecula we went up to Oceanside, hopped on PCH, and we rode all the way up to Marina del Rey, and we stayed there for about 4 days and just got to explore all of California. And the weather was beautiful, we ate really good food, we had so many good memories. So that trip was definitely one of my favorites. And then a close second would have to be when I was still learning how to ride. Ryan would ride with me like late at night when I got off work at like midnight, and we would ride literally until the sun came up. Like no destination, no nothing. We were just riding around town. We would take side streets if I didn't want to take the freeway, and we were just going all over. And I remember like we stopped at like a 7-Eleven or something and like took a break and got Slurpees, and then we got right back on and kept going until the sun came up.
I would say I'm normally up front. I have a very bright headlight on my bike and it kind of blinds everyone, so I always like to take the lead. And typically there's not like too much communication per se. I think we're all just kind of doing our own thing and just enjoying the ride, but like if we need the lane change or anything like that, I'm always using my feet or anything but a turn signal, basically. I don't ever use my turn signals, so I use my hands. We're going this way, that
He'll
way,
dance,
foot
like
out.
we're going this way, we're going this way.
Yeah, I don't know, or just lots of hand gestures all the time, just making jokes, anything.
I think Ryan's superpower is his patience. I don't know how he does it. I'm learning a lot from him about how to be patient, but I would say his superpower is his patience, yeah.
Kind of along the lines of the riding, just taking everything in. I think she just sees a way different point of view of things than I ever really have. And she's a big foodie. If she had like a power, it's just the power of tasting food and enjoying it more than anyone I've ever met. And so like before I met her, I never thought about food or anything, just go somewhere, eat regular, but like she really enjoys the food, and so I've kind of adapted to that too. So her love language would be food, if anything, too.
Yeah, definitely.
So, she loves food.
I think it depends on like what day it is, what am I feeling that day, but Cornish pasty is definitely one of them. 18 Bin, where you guys do the vintage bike nights, they have some really good food there too. Like their menu's good. Their menu is solid. So I would definitely say one of those two. I like riding in a group, but I really enjoy when it's just like 1 or 2 people, or even just by myself. The group rides are fun, but sometimes I just want to do my own thing, or like if it's too many people, it's not really as fun anymore because I don't know other people's riding styles. I don't know like if they want to stop and take pictures, and I just want to go do my own thing.
I definitely really enjoy riding in groups. I think it's a lot of fun just to, like if it's a big group, just to kind of navigate working around all the different people and all the different riding styles. I have like fun doing that. But kind of like normal everyday stuff, it's always fun just to get like the close group of friends together, and whoever can ride, you know, get them to go. I have another Harley at home, so I let my friends use that bike whenever they want, kind of, just to have more people join the club. Some of the more memorable times though, it's just kind of when it's like just me and her, like how when she first started, it was just me and her for like a while, just going out super late at night, always riding, but it's just different dynamics if it's me and her versus like a group of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Well, that is all I've got, so I want to thank you guys
Yes.
so much for joining us today.
Of course. Thank you for having us. Oh.
Thank you, Main Street Moto.